Hello class, how are you? I hope you all are fine and doing well in your studies. So today I am your English teacher going to start with the next lecture of your chapter number 11, that is Mystery of Lost Ring. As you know that in the previous lecture we have finished out with some part of this chapter, the reading section, and today firstly we are going to read the chapter as a revision and then we are going to continue with the exercise portion of this chapter. So from the first page we are going to read it. A prince of Baghdad had a gold ring set with the fine gems. The ring was very costly and the prince wore it only on the feast days. One day the prince invited many of his friends at the palace and gave them a grand feast. When the feast was over and the guest has left, the prince realized that his ring was missing. He beckoned his servant to look the ring. They searched all over, but the ring couldn't be found. The prince sent his servant for the Hakim, a wiser minister who has been living for many years in the palace. Soon Hakim was present before the prince. How shall we find out who has taken the ring? Hakim asked the prince. Shall I send the messenger to search the homes of all the people who were my guests? I do not think that my friend or that any of my friend has taken the ring. Friends, do not think so, Your Highness, replied Hakim. It is better to lose a ring than to lose a friend. I know your friend well and I do not believe that any of them is a thief. Now on next page. But I must find the ring, said the prince. What should we do now? I have a plan, said Hakim. Let me sit in the study. Let me sit in the small room at your palace gate for 10 days. I shall bring my book there and study. Let each of the 10 serving men who waited upon your guest come in their turn to wait for me each day. I shall be as you wish, Hakim, replied the prince. Hakim moved into the small room at the palace gate. The room contained only a bed, a table, chair and some shelf for books. Hakim took his book and sat there reading, writing and almost incessantly. The serving man who wait upon Hakim through that must be very wise man. Indeed, each day a new servant came but none seems to be very notice of what Hakim was doing. On the 10th day, however, there came an age-serving man who, looking in the fear at Hakim, books, writing paper. The man is afraid of something, Hakim said to himself. I wonder if he knows anything about the lost ring. When the servant placed food in the table, Hakim pretended to be angry. The old man, shocked with fear and looked as if he wanted to run away. Okay, अब क्या होता है? The man was afraid of something. Hakim said to himself, I wonder if he knows anything about the lost ring. When the servant placed the food on the table, Hakim pretended to be angry. The old man shook with fear and looked as if he wanted to run away. Hakim sent the old servant on an errand. A few minutes later, someone knocked at the door. It was Hakim's wife, who always came at this hour of the day to visit her husband. Good wife, you have come at the right moment, said Hakim. I believe I have found the thief. I think it is the old man who has just gone out. I met him on the road, replied Hakim's wife, and he looked pale and fearful, yet I know him for many years, believe him that he was an honest man. I am afraid he is the man who has taken the ring, said Hakim. We must try to find out. I want you to hide under the bed. As soon as the servant came back into the room, you must cry out and catch the thief. The wife did as her husband wished. She hid herself under the bed and waited until the servant returned. As soon as he entered the room, she screamed to catch the thief. The old serving man once fell in terror at Hakim's feet. I am the thief. I stole the ring, he confessed. Save me. If you tell the prince, I shall be slain. Hakim's wife had pity on the man, old age. Next page. Have a mercy on him, she said to her husband. She has been so long at the palace, and I believe this is the first time he had stolen from his master. Indeed, it is, the old serving man sobbed, and I was mad to do it. I have had not one moment of peace since I stole the ring. Bring the ring to me, said Hakim sternly. The serving man went out, came back with the lost ring. If I save your life, you must promise never to steal again, Hakim said. Now, in the last, we are going to see what happened. I promise, the old servant said, bowing low at Hakim's feet. Never, never, I will steal again. Then take this string into the fold yard, commanded Hakim. Mix it with the turkey's food and make sure that they swallows it. At the hour of dusk, the prince came up to the Hakim's little room at the palace gate. 10 days have passed, he said. For 10 days, my good Hakim, you have brooded over the books and looked very wise. Can you now tell me where is my ring? Hakim opened a thick book, turned to one of its pages and chanted in a sing-song voice. 10 days have spent, the book I have read, and I can tell that all is well. What do you mean, Hakim? Asked the prince. Do you know where is the ring? Now, at last, at the next page, Hakim turned the another page, put on a very wise look and chanted, the turkey stirs his beak, he shoots. He cannot tell what I know well. The turkey cried. The astonished prince, what do you mean? The ring is inside the turkey, Hakim said. The turkey was killed and opened up. The ring was found. After this, everybody said Hakim was a very wise man, and the old white-haired serving man said it more often than anybody. So, here we have read with your chapter from the first page till the last page, and now we are going to read the difficult word of this chapter and discuss them. Okay, अब आपका फर्स्ट वर्ड, योर फर्स्ट वर्ड इज आपका फर्स्ट वर्ड है फेस्ट. क्या है? फेस्ट. फेस्ट का मीनिंग हम लिखते हैं ओके तो फेस्ट का मीनिंग है यहाँ पे आ स्पॉन्टियस मील, एक स्पॉन्टियस मील बहुत अच्छा मील जिसे कहते हैं, और एंटरटेनिंग ऑफ गेस्ट या फिर एक ऐसी जगह जहाँ पे आप अपने मेहमानों को, अपने गेस्ट को एंटरटेन करते हो। नेक्स्ट आपको दे रखा है नेक्स्ट आपको दे रखा है ब्रॉड। ब्रॉड का यहाँ पे मीनिंग है ओके ब्रॉड का यहाँ पे मीनिंग है टू थिंक डीपली। जब आप कुछ चीज़ या कुछ चीज़ जब आप बहुत गहराई से उसको सोचते हो, किसी चीज़ के बारे में आप बहुत गहराई से सोचते हो। फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल अगर आपकी टीचर्स ने आपको एक होमवर्क दिया है कि आपको आपके प्राइम मिनिस्टर के ऊपर ऐसे लिखना है, ओके तो आप उनके बारे में सर्च करोगे, आप उनके बारे में बहुत डीपली नॉलेज लोगे कि हाँ वो कहाँ थे, उनका बर्थ कहाँ हुआ, अब वो क्या करते हैं, कहाँ रहते हैं, आप उनके बारे में सब चीज़ सर्च करोगे ना, तो उसका मतलब कि आपने बहुत ब्रॉडली उनके बारे में सर्च करा। तो ब्रॉड का मीनिंग हो गया टू थिंक डीपली। ओके नेक्स्ट आपको दे रखा है स्लेव्स। क्या दे रखा है? स्लेव्स। स्लेव्स का यहाँ पे मीनिंग है ओके शेल्व्स का मीनिंग है द बोर्ड। ओके यहाँ पे उसका मीनिंग है द बोर्ड्स इन एन अलमीरा। जो आपके अलमीरा में बोर्ड्स नहीं होते जहाँ पे आप कुछ चीजें रखते हो, तो उसे कहते हैं शेल्फ। द बोर्ड इन एन अलमीरा टू पुट समथिंग। नेक्स्ट आपको दे रखा है प्रीटेंड। प्रीटेंड का मीनिंग है यहाँ पे टू मेक एक्सक्यूज। जब आप कहीं पे कुछ बहाने बना देते हो। लास्ट है आपका स्क्रीम्ड। क्या है? स्क्रीम्ड। स्क्रीम्ड का मीनिंग है ओके तो यहाँ पे स्क्रीम्ड का मीनिंग है टू अटर अ लाउड, बहुत तेजी से, शार्प एंड प्रेसिंग क्राई, बहुत तेज, शार्प और बहुत जोर से चिल्लाना, तो उसका मतलब है स्क्रीम्ड। सो क्लास आज हमने आपके लेक्चर में आपका जो चैप्टर है उसको फर्स्ट पेज टिल द लास्ट पेज पढ़ा और आपके डिफ़िकल्ट वर्ड डिस्कस करे। आपका होमवर्क ये रहेगा कि आप अपने डिफ़िकल्ट वर्ड्स अपनी कॉपी में नोट डाउन करेंगे और उन्हें अच्छे से रीड आउट करेंगे। So here we are going to end up with this lecture. Thank you class. See you in the next lecture.